Good morning, fellow Mwirians. My name is Ivan Kibuuka Kiguli. I'm the MD of Voltage E-Mobility Institute in Kampala. I was in President's House over 30 years ago. I was where you are right now. I was curious, I was ambitious, I had many plans. At some point, I wanted to become a pilot. At another point, I wanted to become a medical doctor. Even at some point, I thought about going into law, all of which never happened because I ended up being an environmental engineer. In the pictures you see on the right, the top one, that is the people I was with in President's House at the time. If you look carefully, you see me, the people squatting down. I think the third from the left. And the lower picture, that's me and my class with our class teacher in black, Mrs. Chisame. Again, if you look, counting from either, if from the right, I'm the fifth, from the left, I'm the sixth. Yeah, so after Mwiri, I continued with my academic journey, but I was always a proud Mwirian, so I always told people about my time in Mwiri everywhere I went in the world. Yeah, so I was in Mwiri for O and A level, so after that I did a diploma in civil engineering in Uganda, and then for a short time, for several months, I worked for Sterling Civil Engineering Company. If you see the junction at Wandegea, the traffic lights in Natete, the roundabout Kubiri, yes, I was a surveyor on those as an intern. And then I traveled to the UK. While there, I did a Bachelor of Science Technology degree. But before that, I did a diploma in innovation and design. After the Bachelor of Science degree, I did a postgraduate diploma in pollution control. So I specialize in pollution control, you could say that. So I returned to Uganda and specialized in environmental engineering as a consultant. As I said, I specialize in pollution control, so I went for air quality, noise, odor, and modeling. Those became my passions. And I was a consultant on major infrastructure and oil and gas projects. For example, the Total Energies Tilenga area, many of the projects there, I was involved during the exploration phase. UNRWA and national water projects, I was on them in various areas of the country. I led dozens of air quality and noise impact assessments and modeling studies. Yeah, in this picture here, I forgot to mention what was happening here. This is a picture I think that was taken in 2010 in Tampa, in Florida, where I went to train in air quality modeling on a modeling platform called CalPath. It's internationally recognized. So this is my class from 2010. And yeah, then from around 2018, I became the vice president for a company called Process Control and Automation Engineers. In there, I do administrative roles, but I also do technical roles. I commission and troubleshoot and also maintain industrial equipment focused on environment and safety in Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, Ethiopia, and Eritrea. That's where I've done most of my work. And recently, I also became the managing director for Voltage E-Mobility Institute Limited. We support Uganda's e-mobility transformation. In the picture, that is me participating in an air quality study. I believe this was in the Tilenga area. This must have been Bulisa. I did so many studies, but I'm trying to look at the background and trying to remember where this was. That is air quality and noise monitoring equipment you are seeing on top of the truck. Usually we should be putting that equipment on the ground, but because there were goats and cows roaming around, we put the equipment on top of the truck. Yeah, continuing my professional journey, I included some pictures here in my short presentation. Top left is me in Murchison Falls National Park. That is still the Tilenga area, doing surveying, where we are going to do air quality studies with a game ranger and another colleague called Joram, who's a biologist. At the top on the right, that is me, that must have been 2011 or 2014 in a city called Arras in France. After training, on the last day of training, how to maintain, troubleshoot, commission industrial air quality gas detection systems. At the bottom on the left, that's me near Pakwach. Behind me is the River Nile or Lake Albert, part of it. What I know is that I took that picture in Pakwach. Bottom, again, I was participating in air quality studies there. Bottom right is me and a guy I met in the bushes of Bulisa collecting firewood. Yeah, you won't believe he promised me if I didn't report on him cutting down the trees, he would. He promised to get me his sister to marry, but of course I told him I was already married. But we had some light moments. Yeah, so generally after Mwiri, I veered into engineering. Like I said, there are things I thought about when I was your age, or I thought about doing, but I never got to those. So I went into engineering, specifically environmental, consultancy related, and project planning. So now, because I participate in automotive troubleshooting, you could say I'm an EV technician and I want to impart those skills on the young people. But I'm also sort of a sustainability expert because the content I cover is related to that, is a sustainability expert. And you could say policy analyst in some ways. Yeah, I've spotted opportunities in public, private, and entrepreneurial sectors, some of which I've been able to pursue and get and participate in. Others, of course, life happens. You miss them. You can't get everything. The image on the left, the bottom, is me about 30 meters into the air, up there in the air, on a chimney, on a stack, monitoring the emissions from a large industrial power generator in Namambi. We are monitoring emissions to see what comes out of the exhaust. It's a regulatory requirement for these kind of facilities. And then on the right at the bottom is my desk on one of the days when I was designing industrial automation systems, designing and building. Yeah, sometimes I'm writing reports, but sometimes I get hands-on. As I assemble things, I assemble instrumentation or automotive automation control systems. Yeah, some of the real-world projects and impact that I've had, I believe I've had in the noise and air quality modeling. The most notable ones are for new Nile Bridge, which you cross every time you travel between Jinja and maybe Njeru. If you're going to Kampala, back and forth, that large bridge that many of you are proud of. I was on that bridge long before it was open. I was on it when it was like a quarter of the way, when they were building it from both ends, and I was on top there. Those you see those pylons where the cables go up into the sky. I went up there to monitor air quality. So I've participated in and written reports for environmental, social impact assessment studies for the oil and gas sites across Bulisa, Nebi, Noya, and even beyond. I contributed to the Chitezi landfill closure plan long time ago, maybe 11 years ago. We were working on that. Sorry about what happened last year, but we guys had done work. There has always been a plan to close that site. I won't go into the details, but I did participate in studies relating to its closure. I've also been especially in the last 8 years, I've been commissioning, troubleshooting, and maintaining industrial environmental safety systems all over Eastern and Southern Africa, like I mentioned earlier. And now, through Voltage E-Mobility Institute, I'm offering EV skills training to young people like you, if you're interested. The image on the right is a typical control panel. This site is, I won't say which site, but it is outside Uganda that I was working on. It is a control panel for an LPG filling depot. Inside there is a PLC, there are control panels and relays and everything. Now, why did I choose STEM subjects, science, technology, engineering, mathematics? And why would I advise you to do that now? Because infrastructure and mobility are rapidly evolving, not only in Uganda, but worldwide. And STEM is the route to innovation and job creation and solutions, and it offers solutions to real problems. So there's always going to be work for you in the industry if you take the STEM route. And there has always been demand for careers worldwide, especially in the developed countries now. There is a high demand for careers in STEM because of the direction the world is taking in green energy, electric vehicles, and climate smart developments. So what lessons have I learned that I would give to you? Start early, join clubs, volunteer, be curious. In Mwiri, I didn't participate in many clubs beyond the Scout Club. Actually, I didn't participate in many. You could say maybe I was more of a bookworm, but I didn't participate in many co-cultural activities. If you guys, I don't know if you still do Munye driving, but I did perfect the Munye driving part, driving Munye between Owino and Presidents with a stop in Coats. Yeah, you keep learning, gather certifications, gain global exposure where you can get it, aim for it. You should specialize, basically find your niche. For me, I focus on pollution control, industrial automation, with special focus on electric vehicles now. Some say I'm a jack of all trades, but yeah, anything that looks like it has electricity and machines in it, I will be interested. That's my niche. So you too should find yours. Try to network. Mentors and associations like MOBA, when you leave, are very good for opening doors. Your purpose should always focus on how does this help Uganda. The image on the right, I think this is around 2017 or 18. Of course, in Mwiri, where we had something like similar to what is happening today about careers. I came to talk to students about automotive diagnostics. I'm sure you can see a student, they are paying a lot of attention. And I did get some feedback from some students. I don't know what happened to them, but I did get a lot of interest and got to answer questions from many students back then. Yeah, like I said, e-mobility and green engineering are important. Why? Because we all need cleaner air. There's energy security is now a big thing. That's why many wars are now being fought over the world. That's not a coincidence. And there are new jobs in those industries. With EV training, there are so many directions you could take. You could go to battery systems, maintenance, vehicle diagnostics, maintenance of powertrains, electric vehicle powertrains, and so on. So that's why at Voltage we are preparing Uganda's workforce for this future. For us, we have settled to Simbude. Okay, to Asimbula. So any of you interested in that, you can reach out to me. The pictures at the bottom from the left, that is a picture I took of a Formula One car. Okay, maybe it's not a Formula One car yet, it's a racing car. It looks like the Formula One car. I took this picture at an auto show in Dubai. This was, I think, 2023. The picture in the middle is an electric tuk-tuk, which was also shown on that show in Dubai, but the tuk-tuk was made in South Africa. The picture on the right is me in Germany, in Stuttgart, at the Mercedes-Benz Museum. I was taken there by an old boy from Mwiri's house. He's called Herbert Kisache. He lives in a city not far from Stuttgart. And that's me looking at the plans that Mercedes has for the future. They have gone EV. Mercedes now has electric vehicles as well. So we can all see the world is going electric car. Yeah, so I'm calling you to join the STEM. STEM means, once again, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Please join the STEM fraternity and environmental clubs. learn about electric vehicles, coding, sustainability, coding that is computer coding, etc. Herbert that I talked about is a computer programmer. He works for one of the big companies in Germany. So he's also in the STEM. He's among the STEM fraternity. Connect with professionals on LinkedIn and all other similar platforms. Explore mentorship and student projects, and many of us old boys are willing to participate in this. The picture you see there on the right is me commissioning air quality monitoring equipment for KCCA. You know, the pollution in Kampala is getting out of hand, but KCCA is also proactive. They are beginning to take things relating to monitoring the air quality and managing it seriously. So I was commissioning some equipment for them. Yeah, your journey starts here at the hill. Mwiri gives you the tools, but Uganda needs your innovation, your ideas, your leadership. Some of us left the country, we came back, and now we are trying to participate in taking the country further. At the bottom is me chilling with some of the guys I was with in Mwiri during my days. Yeah, you could see the picture on the left. The guy on the left, on the extreme left, is Dr. Ruhweza. You know him, some of you. He's frequently at the Hill. A few years ago, he was a MOBA president, and he was also head boy in our class, in our A6 class. So I was the same year as him, and that's me next to him and some other hobbies. And then on the right is me with Mr. Robert Kisubi. You know him very well. He's also always on the hill. He's a parent. Actually, he's the dad to your current head boy, HP. And I met him and his sons on a flight from Dubai coming back to Entebbe. But we are always proud Mwirians. You can see we had our jumpers, our Mwiri jumpers, even when out of the country. Yeah, thank you. I know you may have many questions and perhaps comments. Send them through the Careers Master, because I'm not at the Hill today, but I can get the feedback. Thank you very much.